Hey everybody, Coach D with TackleTrading.com here to talk about ascending price channels. An ascending channel is the statistically range-bound price action of an ascending price trend that's contained between upward sloping parallel lines. Higher highs and higher lows characterize the ascending uptrend price pattern. A technical analyst would draw an ascending channel by manually drawing a lower trend line that connects the swing low pivot points and an upper trend channel line that joins the swing high pivot points, or by using a channeling drawing tool. Some trading softwares or charting services can automatically plot ascending price channels for you. Here's an example of an ascending price channel. A technician would draw a trend line along the bottom of that uptrend connecting the pivot points for those higher lows, and then they would also draw a trend line on the top of the pivot points projecting out the top of that upward ascending channel. And so this would be kind of an intermediate to longer term trend channel, and you can do this on any time frame or on, again, any set of macro data. We could look at another example here where we have an upward trend. You can see a moving average on there, kind of a big extended upward trend. And you can connect those big macro support pivot points. And then you can, again, draw a middle line or an upward channel line. You can have multiple. You can have an upper top of the channel, bottom of the channel, or even a middle channel range. And again, inside that channel, there can actually be steeper channels. Here's an example of a shorter term trend where we have a strong upward channel trend. And again, the general idea is that a technician would draw that channel to help them forecast out price targets. So here's an example of a very short-term ascending channel where you can hit the bottom of those and the tops of those to give you an idea of how far prices can move up. Here's another example of an intermediate ascending channel. There we connect the bottom pivot points. We can also draw a trend line up across the top of the channel and forecast that out. All this price action in context is occurring inside a macro price channel where you can see those extended upward trend channels and angles. Let's take this live real quick here and look at a price chart. And here you can see an example of a weekly price chart of Google. We've got some clear support zones that we can draw an upward trend channel on the bottom. We can also forecast out the top of that trend line, and it gives us price targets. You can see that that's a pretty good forecasting or targeting mechanism that we can use to help us identify how far up price action may go. We could switch gears here real quick and look at that same price channel, Google chart, but here we are on a shorter time frame. And I could go use a drawing tool and use regular standard drawing tools or a trend channel drawing tool. And I could use here's a channel right here where we could forecast out those bottoms and draw a parallel line out on those tops. I could forecast out these bottoms here. And then again, draw out parallel trend channels, out here. That would all be reasonable methods for drawing an ascending trend channel. And that ought to give you some ideas on how you can start plotting trend channels and start helping you identify opportunities to buy and targets where you could sell. You got a pretty good idea of how channels work now.